the nation's 11 million illegal immigrants would have to wait a full decade for a green card but could earn citizenship just 3 years after that, under a provision being finalized by a bipartisan group of 8 senators working to craft an overhaul of immigration law, several people with knowledge of the negotiations said. Taken together, the 2 waiting periods would provide the nation's undocumented workers with a path to United States citizenship in 13 years, matching the draft of a plan by President Obama to offer full participation in American democracy to millions who are living in fear of deportation. The arrangement would shrink the amount of time it takes to become a naturalized citizen, from 5 years to 3 years. But in an appeal to Republicans, it would also extend to 10 years, from 8, the amount of time that illegal immigrants must wait before receiving permission to work in the United States permanently. Such a compromise might give both sides something to crow about. Republicans could argue that they pushed for longer waiting period before an immigrant could get a green card, which allows its holder to remain and work in the United States indefinitely. Democrats could say that undocumented workers would become citizens faster. It is an unusual construction, but it gets them to citizenship in the same time as the administration plan, said Kevin Appleby, the director of migration policy at the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. Most importantly, it eliminates the prospect of a permanent underclass by ensuring that, in time, all will have the opportunity to become Americans. Negotiations among the senators have intensified significantly in recent days as they push toward a goal of announcing comprehensive immigration legislation in early April. Senators from both parties and their staff met for hours on Thursday as they struggled to overcome obstacles that several people familiar with the negotiations said could hinder the deal in the weeks ahead. Among those obstacles is a continuing concern among Republicans that a 3-year naturalization process for undocumented workers could give illegal immigrants a faster path to citizenship than people who enter legally. One possible solution, officials said, would be to reduce the wait for citizenship to 3 years for everyone. But they said the agreement could still unravel. "We can't create a system where it's faster for illegal immigrants than for legal immigrants," said one Republican familiar with the internal debate who spoke on the condition of anonymity. Republicans are clear that they are not going to create a special pathway to citizenship. The senators also remained at odds over a series of other major issues, including the establishment of a guest worker program for low-skilled immigrants, the better system for companies to verify the immigration status of job applicants, determining who has final authority to declare the borders secure, and modifying rules that prioritize the family members who can immigrate to the United States legally. One big sticking point has become the visa program for low-skilled, year-round, temporary workers. In February, the United States Chamber of Commerce and the A.F.L.C.I.O. reached a compromise that acknowledged the need for a system that would allow businesses to meet their demand for lower-skilled labor, while still protecting American workers. But the 2 groups remain divided on the number of visas the new program should offer, said Randy Johnson, the Chamber's lead negotiator on immigration. The Chamber, he said, wants 400,000 visas, while the A.F.L.C.I.O. prefers a number in the very low 5 figures. Anna Aventano, the director of immigration for the A.F.L.C.I.O., refused to discuss a specific number, but said the whole notion is to create a system that responds to the needs of the economy. Lawmakers are also still debating how to improve the E-Verify system that employers use to check the immigration status of their workers. A high-tech, biometric identification card was deemed too costly. Instead, the group is considering an enhanced E-Verify system that would allow employers to use photos to identify job applicants and would let workers provide answers to security questions to help prove their legal work status.